Okay. Okay. Well, I'm actually recording now, so uh, you're obviously all going to behave yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this little experiment where we're going to share a communication exercise about who we really are. These are all my friends from the Zoom meetings, and we've not done this before, so we're playing, experimenting. If you've arrived at this video and you know nothing about the Headless Way, I encourage you to go and do some experiments first, because it probably won't make much sense to you unless you've done a pointing experiment or seeing you looking at your single eye or being aware of your face to no face. We are concentrating in this little video on the face to no face setup and communicating about it. So normally when we talk to each other in ordinary relationships, we talk about our humanity. I'm Richard, I live in London, you're so-and-so, and we exchange our shared humanity, what you did today, what you think, and all of that. Now, the Headless Way introduces us to another side of ourselves, which is our true nature, which is not just a thought or a belief, but it is a direct experience of being open space for the world and for each other. And so the idea with this experiment, this little exercise that we're going to play with today, is to bring onto the front burner the experience of who we really are, so that we will be talking not just about our human nature, but about who we really are. And we find that this celebrates our true nature and is infectious and fun and a lovely thing to do. So that's what we're going to aim at. And we haven't done this before, so we're seeing what comes out of the great void. So this is a little bit of a formal exercise that we do, but we're going to just play with it a bit. So here we go. So who would like to start? And put your hand up if you'd like to start. So Christine, and who would like to? All right, Jake. All right, Jake. So off you go.
Okay. So Jake, I see you there, and I know that you're on the big island of Hawaii, and I see that you have on a nice, lovely purple shirt, and you are uh, just a young man who's just seems like a friendly face, because I've seen you on the Zoom calls before. And so I see your human side. And I also have my human side. I'm on a different island in Hawaii, and I'm, well, I could say I'm in Maui, or Maui's in me, however you want to phrase that. But when I look down, I see my torso and my body, and I have my surroundings and all of this ocean outside the window, and my surroundings of Hawaii. And at the same time, my true identity is this open capacity that contains all of it. So who I really, really am is this mystery this way that contains both my body here and your face over there. And I would suspect that from your point of view, from who you really, really are, you too are built wide open, and you're completely spacious, and that you can't see your face either. And so we are trading faces.
Mm. Well, I can happily confirm everything that you've just said, because you're right. It's true. You and I look so different from each other. You're over on Maui and I'm here on the big island, and I have these surroundings and you have your surroundings there. But you're right. I have no face here at all. There's nothing in the way from me seeing your face. You know, I've been told my whole life that I'm face to face with people, but you're right. I'm not. There's a face there, but no face here. It's face to no face. And you've just told me that you're in the same condition. It's the same for you. That when you're looking at me, you can't see your face. Maybe you see it there on the screen, and you see my face there on the screen, but here, where you're looking out of, where other people have told you your whole life your face is, there's nothing there. Just like you said, a great mystery. So I can affirm what you said. It's the same for me.
Wonderful.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Wonderful to trade faces with you.
What's like for you both to do that?
Very liberating.
Mm.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've gone, so many years having people tell me that, I'm like that face that all of you see of me on the screen. But it's so nice to have someone tell me for a change that I'm not just that I have this other side of me, the secret side that only I can see, that I'm just capacity for absolutely everything. It's so refreshing to hear that, from someone else, because I've come to suspect it myself, but to have someone else agree is, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's like what I look like is really the least interesting thing about me. And to just live from this wide open, this spaciousness, and being able to live and be from this capacity, openness. I mean, there's so many words that can describe it, and yet it can't be described, because when you start describing it, it starts to limit it. And so it's really the most eloquent silence, and it's really beautiful, and it's given me so many gifts in my life. But I will pass now and let somebody else have a go if they want, or explain what it was like to witness it, maybe.
Anyone want a quick reflection on just witnessing Jake and Christine?
Yes, I wanted to say it's same here too. It's same here too.
And I think your point, Christine, about it being nonverbal, I think you were thinking about that, is so important, that we're using words here, but we've got the nonverbal experience, and we know we can't define it, but that frees us to express ourselves in language because we're not dependent on that. Yes. All right, wonderful. So who would like to go next? Okay, Hank, who'd like to participate with Hank? All right, Susan. Okay.
Hi, Susan. I'm Hank. We've met before, but you probably know and can see that I'm sitting here in my office in Portland, Oregon, and I can see you're there down in Ecuador, sitting in your home, and we see each other here, and that is true. But I'd also like to tell you about what it's like for me here at zero distance. And here at zero distance, even though you're seeing my face and seeing me sitting in my room, at zero distance here, I'm looking out of what seems to be a huge, boundless, wide open space, a single eye, a big, transparent, wide open, transparent window. And I'm space right now. I'm this wide open space for you, for your face. There's nothing obscuring your face. I'm wide open space for you and your face. In a sense, I have your face. So that's what it's like for me here. And I'm pretty sure that you are looking out of that same boundless space, that you're having the exact same nonverbal experience that I'm having. Even though I can see your face and I see the room you're sitting in, I know that for you at zero distance, you're looking out of the same big, boundless, transparent window that I'm looking out of, and that you're space for me. So we are trading faces. I'm space for your face, and you are space for my face. That's what it's like for me.
Thank you, Hank. Yes, I could totally relate to what you're talking about when you say that we are space for each other. And I find it such a actually awesome mystery that you're in Portland and I'm in Ecuador. And if we look at it in terms of language and time and space, that there are thousands of miles that have us separated. But when I sit here in this room and I can feel a little cool breeze coming in the window, and hear some birds outside, and I'm aware of a physical environment around me. I can feel my body. My hands are sweating just a little bit right now. And I can feel all of that, but yet isn't it marvelous that we are totally connected without any of that physical difference making a difference, that we can be totally connected face to face, no face to no face, and still be part of one mind. And I often think about what freedom really is. And for me, this is freedom, because the physical world, the physical sensations, everything around me feels really real, but it's actually very limited. And when I go into this much bigger space of being able to look at you and look at the other people that everybody's face that's on this call, there's a wordless, boundless freedom that just exists. And it's an awesome experience.
Thank you. Thank you. Any
Thanks.
brief reflections? Hank?
Yes, I find that it's being able to communicate what it's like for me here, being able to actually communicate that directly to someone like you, Susan, that intensifies this nonverbal experience. Or another way of putting it is it puts it on the front burner for me. It's very satisfying to be able to communicate that. Just like I can communicate to you that I'm here in Portland and what kind of day it is and so on and so forth. It's the same kind of thing, being able to actually say out loud, this is what it's like for me here, Susan. I'm open space for you. I think that's a very satisfying thing to do.
Thank you, Hank. I have to agree with you, because as I go through daily life and I just, talk to people and meet people and do whatever I do, it's when I'm in that space, there are times that I want to be able to say to people what this is like and how I'm experiencing being together. And there actually are no words to describe it. And so it kind of becomes this little secret that I'm holding. And I'm just hoping that people catch some kind of a physical experience of that while I'm with them. And I don't know if they do or not. And I find it so valuable to be able to speak about it with someone else and actually share that empty, boundless, incredible experience with someone verbally too. Makes a big difference.
And I'll add that it's not just satisfying for me to be able to communicate what it's like for me here, but it's also very satisfying hearing that from you and hearing you saying, you know, it's like that for me too, that I'm boundless open space for you. That's also very satisfying and very reaffirming that what it's like for me here is the same as what it's like for you there.
Wonderful.
I know, isn't it just amazing and incredible?
All right, thank you very much. Let's have another pair. Who'd like to do it next? Let me see your hand. All right, Melanie and Ellis. Wonderful.
Hi, Ellis.
Hi.
I'm Melanie here in London, and I know that you're Ellis in Portland, and we've seen each other on the Zoom meetings before. It's quite a number of times now, and it's always a pleasure. But I wanted to tell you more about who I really am. So who I really am is quite different to how I appear on the screen. I'm actually very open and spacious, and when I look back, although I know you can see me and I can see myself on the screen, I find that there's just this clear, open stillness, which it seems to be outside of time and has no real, not sure it really has a location I can always, but it just feels very wide and open. And so when I look at what I see right now, my center of my world is you. You're appearing in me. And when I search for the edge of myself, I don't find one. I don't find a point at which I stop and you begin. I think we're very much one and the same. And I know that when you look at me, you are holding me in the wide spaciousness that is you, and that your experience and you're hearing the sound of my voice now is appearing from the same source that I am. I feel that when all of your thoughts and feelings are probably coming from the same source as mine, that we are actually in the same space, and there's nothing, we're unconditionally open for one another. That's how I feel.
Thank you, Melanie. I see your face there, and I know you live in London, and I've seen you on the Zooms. And from here, I'm wide open for you there. And I hear your voice, I hear my voice, they're coming out of one space. And I know because you just told me in the most beautiful words, and that the space that you're coming from is the space that I'm coming from. So we're trading faces here. And I also know that when you walk in the woods come through you. You're perfectly still and everything moves through you. And when you listen to things, you're perfectly quiet and you hear voices coming into you. So here we are now with our two voices coming out of this and all of our feelings and sensations. It's wonderful. Thank you.
That's so true. Thank you, Alice.
Anything else to add to that, Melanie or Alice?
It really brings home to me how we are, how much everyone has in common. Our common ground. I love that focus on what we have in common. That this exercise really brings into focus. I never feel more at one with everything than when doing this exercise. So thank you.
And I just felt all the lines disappear. They just dissolved. The lines dissolved when Melanie went first there. They just dissolved, and it was like I fell into. It's like I fell into some space, and there we were, trading faces, but we were coming out of this one space. It was lovely. Thank you.
I'm struck by how each person is so different. It's wonderful. Any other quick reflections from anyone?
I appreciated the talk about like walking through the woods and how, you know, the trees, as your body is physically walking, who you really are as this openness is actually, the openness is still, even though your body's moving, and then the trees are just moving through this conscious awareness, and it's almost like a movie, and it's such a beautiful image of the trees flowing into you and things flowing in and out of you, and you're this, it's hard to explain, but you're just the space isn't really the word, but you're just the openness that receives all of it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Who would like to go next? I'd like to. So Susan. Oh, well, Greg and June are going to do it together. So Susan and River.
Hi, River. I'm Susan here in Portland, and I know you are in Philadelphia, and I've seen you on these Zoom calls for the last probably 8 months now, almost. And as I sit here and I look out, I see your face, but I don't see my own face. I don't see my own face, and I'm looking out from just this openness, and I've got your face. And in a sense, I've got you. I become you when I look out from this space where there's nothing, yet there's everything. And I know you also have my face, that you're there looking out and you can't see your face, but you also have my face. And that both of us are, in a sense, coming from the same space. We both occupy this space together.
Thank you. I feel a warm kind of presence. So visually and publicly speaking, I'm River. I see Philadelphia, get my mail here. I see your form. I know it to be Susan. I've heard you're in Portland. And when I look in the mirror at certain distances, I see this form. And I've learned that that's River, and that is really important, something that I feel associated with. But speaking more personally or more experientially, I notice in looking, I see a screen, and I focus now, I see face tilted and some movement, and I know that in there or associated there somehow is an attention known as Susan. And my side here is empty and yet full. It's full of the world of my experiencing. I see, I can focus you, and then there's a softer focus of some images if I would focus, and then back here, maybe as far as my arms go, I can turn attention there, but behind that is, I can call it nothing, but that isn't accurate. I don't have words for it. And words really fail me explaining what's happening, this experience here. I'm hearing these words as they come, as you hear them. I'm guessing we're here in this same space, hearing these same words coming from this space. So I have no clue what's in you, but I guess that what is you is this clear view, full of whatever from your unique perspective is noticing. The felt sense of whatever that might be, the sounds, the tastes, all of the richness of sensing is happening in you really privately. But what's so exciting in these meetings and over the months is that what is you seems the same as what is here, this openness, this receptivity, this availability to whatever might come. And I feel like that's enough for now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Any reflections there?
Yeah, I'd like to say that there really was this sense of River being in this empty space and of being River as he spoke and moved, and that was it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, to realize that we are one. Content seems unique, which makes the sport of living most interesting. But I'm getting more and more through this recognition that where the appearance of humanity happens is, a few feet, not so far away. When I look through a telescope and I see the rings of Saturn or the moons of Jupiter, I'm Earth. Or I'm emptiness, but somehow in the place of Earth, something like that. It depends on the perspective of attention as to what seems to be going on here, what's really here. That's one of the mysteries that's fun to unpack and unfold, that I've heard forever that things go down to the molecular level, and that's me too. Not so much experientially, but it seems to fit this experience of form to no form.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I'm taking a deep breath here. So, Greg and June, would you like to go next? So, Greg and June, as you can see, are...
We're in the same square. We live in the same box. And so, as you know, I'm June, your love, also wife, you know all these things. And it feels like a secret, but not a secret, how you are up close and personal. I've never seen you before. I see you now. I'm space for you. You are here now. So here, more here than here. And I imagine you have similar experience for yourself. You have your Gregness, but you also have your greatness, and you get to hold me and hold your experience of me. And I'm so grateful that you have this, and you get to have, you are this. You don't just have it, you are this. So thank you.
Thank you. You are? Well, I'll start with me. I am Greg, your love, your husband, and I live here in this home with you. And I see you in the living room and in the bathroom and in the kitchen and all the other rooms. And you'll be cooking tonight, and I'll be doing some dishes, and that's kind of what happens around here in this house. And I know that you know that. And I am also looking out of this clear, open window of consciousness. And I don't see my own face. I see your face. I have your face in me. You are here in me. And there's no distance, no separation between us. And I know that you are looking out of this same clear, open consciousness, and that you're not seeing your face either. Right now, you're seeing my face. You have my face, and I am in you. We are both here in this space, looking out of this same consciousness. And that's the way it has always been, and the way it will always be.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful. What's that like for you to share that, Greg and June?
For me, it's like otherworldly, because we're in the same space, you know, more than ever now, and to recognize the beauty of it and to really know that just really blows my mind. I mean, to go beyond knowing you to knowing you. I mean, yeah, as me, it's just such a gift.
Yeah, what's coming to me right now is that for the 31 years we've been together, I've always had your face. I look in the mirror maybe a couple times a day, but I look at you a lot during the day. And it's like, this is the face that I've had the pleasure and the gift of living with and having in me this whole time. It's just incredible. And it also made me think that all my loved ones are here in this place. My mother, my father, my brothers, all the people I love are here in me, just like you.
It's so sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes. Okay. So, Katie and Bakken. Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Bachan. I'm Katie. I live in Toronto. I was born in China and we immigrated to Canada. And I see you, Bachan. I know you live in Malaysia and you love laughter yoga. Yay. Also, Bachan, I want to really let you know who I really, really am. So when I look back here, I cannot see my face. I do not have a nationality. I have no name here. I'm looking out of just awareness, empty, boundless, transparent, ageless, I don't know what. And it's great. And I know for you, who you really, really are, is in the same blessed state. You are also built wide open for my face right now. Thank you.
Hello, Katie. I'm Bachan. I'm from Johor Bahru, to be exact, Malaysia, a neighboring to Singapore. Nice to know you that you are from originally from China and you are residing in Toronto, Canada. When I look at you, I only find one head, that is yours. So I see your face there, and here I have no face. I see your two eyes there, but when I look from my single eye here, I'm only space for you. Over there is movement, but here there is stillness, and it is empty of everything. I vanish. Everything seems to be moving through me. I am just like a movie screen where everything is playing on me. And the beautiful part is there is no distance between you and me. Even though you are staying in Toronto and I'm in Johor Bahru, there is no distance. My consciousness here has no boundaries. And my consciousness is not in my head here. Whatever I experience here are all in consciousness. And my consciousness welcome both of us here. I am the capacity for everything that appears, especially you. We are all in oneness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any reflections, Katie, on that?
Yes, I really feel heard and accepted and confirmed that I am looking out of the space and you're looking out of the same space. And I really enjoy that moment with you. Thank you.
Ever since I become headless 9 years ago, everything is truth. It really solved many riddles that actually I was facing just being headless itself, that's the answer. Just answer. And I had a good laugh. And everything just fade away. It's so nice to be headless. And also, I am just everything, and everything is in me. And also, I am nothing. And you cannot find me.
We know what you mean. Thank you, everyone. So I think everyone's participated. So just before we go on to the next bit, any general reflections to share about this process so far? Any thoughts to share? Fun, isn't it? I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And very loving somehow. Yeah.
I
I
like
think
to.
it's, go ahead, Katie.
I just wanted to say that when I introduce myself and I say, oh, yes, I am Chinese living in Canada. And then when I say here, when I look back, there is no nationality and no gender, no age. And it's really important to also look back again, to include the two-way pointing. Like, yes, I do not have a nationality and a gender here. But when I look back out, I include my gender, my age, my nationality. I think it's important to have the two-way, to acknowledge first my who I really, really am is none of that, but then to look out again and say, yes, I include that Katie on the screen and everyone else.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was a great experience to hear people just explain what they were seeing, what the experience was like for them. It opens it up even more for me. And it's very enriching to just get all these perspectives together here.
I find as the meeting's gone on, I'm feeling less and less identified with Melanie. And now I see how all of us are speaking from the same place. And I can look at all of the boxes on the screen, and it's just amazing that they are all within each of us. We're all kind of holding each other. It's so incredibly, well, it's just such a mystery, isn't it? That's an exciting mystery, ever changing, but very still when you look the other way and not changing at all.
It's freeing in a way I haven't considered. When moving through normal life, society, all the things that are necessary for this relative world, it's all practiced. Like walking through life as river it's a habit, an important habit, but it's a well-worn habit. And this description of what's really happening, or this experience, the experiencing that's happening, isn't practiced. It's fresh. I can't rehearse it. And I notice a longing for this, something like a longing for sleep, that I didn't know I had this need for refreshment in this way. I want more.
Yeah, I really like leaving the me behind without having to try, and just moving into this much more spacious openness. Like River says, it's so nourishing, it's so enhancing, it changes all of my experience. And to be able to acknowledge it in exercises like this allows me to be able to bring that even more into my everyday experiences, where I do have to bring along this identity, but it starts to dissolve that identity too. It's quite incredible.
Yeah, I think there's so many practical applications to this as well. There are like so many movements and religions and different approaches that people take so that they can become aware of this emptiness that we really, really are. This no thing and everything that is our true identity. And just having this recognition of our emptiness and our fullness at the same time just has brought so much more creativity into my life. And it allows me to kind of drop this mask and to become more fully authentic and to honor both my big self and my little self. And it really has helped to place problems. So whether it's a traumatic health problem, cancer, or other like situations, whatever stress, problem, everything is just placed, whether it's troublesome feelings, thoughts, ruminations, it just gets placed, and it's not who I really, really am. Who I really, really am is really just watching all of that happen. And so it's been a true remedy and a true relief. So there's very many practical applications.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm finding too that this is really nourishing for my whole self. I feel more whole. And I feel like this is true embodiment. And I'm thinking that, you know, conditioning to be a person and engaging in the world, super important, and, you know, very important. And at the same time, embodying the wholeness of myself feels like I felt like something was kind of missing before, or that I was wanting something before. And this feels like true embodiment, because I know we've had conversations about what is that, and the fullness is what it is for me, and so appreciative.
Okay.
Can I say something here?
Yes, please.
Okay, sorry. For me, this experiment is really beautiful. It always brings me in the presence, in the now. This is who I really am, the presence. And moving around, doing my activity, I find myself to be totally bodiless. I'm capacity for everything. There is no difference between you and me. I accommodate everything, and it is very good for because I'm doing some voluntary job on suicide awareness and everything. We become good listeners and we observe many things. This experiment good for me, and also it benefits the society. Thank you.
Mm. Mm. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do one more little thing, rather fun, a bit chaotic probably. And this is where anyone who wants to, I'll demonstrate it first, just says a simple phrase declaring who they really are to the rest of the group, and the group affirms that. Now, the rationale behind this is that as you're growing up, you learn who you are in society and you affirm that all the time. And hi, I'm Richard, and you're Bachan or Hank or Katie, and we affirm the other person's separate identity and exchange that, celebrate that, really, I suppose you could say. But here we're aware also of our true nature. And in ordinary society, if you go around saying to people, I'm space for you, they go, what? No, you're not. But here in this group, where we all have the experience of our true nature, understand that we use different language to express it, but we've all got the experience. We can explore something new, which is saying to this mini society here the wonderful truth about who we really are, and having the group saying, yes, that's yes. So I'll demonstrate it. It's rather fun. It'll be a bit chaotic. So everybody needs to unmute so that you can confirm my true nature here. And I'm going to say it 3 times. I can use different phrases. We just play and we'll see what happens. So I am space for you.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
are.
I am this boundless single eye full of everything.
Yes,
you
you
are.
I am you.
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Ah.
I always knew it.
Lucky you.
All right, who'd like to have a go?
I am busted wide open.
Yes, you
Yes, you
are.
are.
I am empty space and full of all of you.
Yes,
Yes,
You
you
are.
are.
I have your faces and you have mine.
this is
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you do. It's true.
In this, yeah.
Alice.
Yes. I'm open capacity for all your faces.
Yes, you
Yes, you are.
I have a single eye and I see many eyes.
Yes, you
Yes, you do.
I'm still in all this movement.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
You see, when we confirm it, we're confirming it from our own experience.
Okay.
We know it's true. We know it's true. Who'd like to play? Someone? Okay, Katie.
Okay, I was never born and will never die.
This is true,
Yes,
Katie.
that's true.
True.
I am not in the world is in me.
This.
Yes,
true.
it is.
I am built wide open.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
Anyone else? Okay,
Go.
Susan in Ecuador.
Okay. I am not me, but you are me, and I am you.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
That's true.
We exist outside of all of our perceptions of what we think about ourselves and the world.
We do.
Yes,
Yes,
you
we
do.
do.
It's true.
I love feeling that both of us are infinite space.
Yes, you.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Greg.
I have always been looking out of this clear, open window of consciousness.
Yes, you
Yes,
have.
you have.
You do.
All your voices are my voice,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
they are.
They are.
and all of your faces are mine.
Yes.
Yes, they
Yes,
are.
they are.
Right.
Christine.
I am
Christine.
absolutely
Jake,
nothing.
go on, Jake. Start again.
Oh,
Yes,
I-
you are.
nothing. Absolutely everything.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Yes, you
are.
are.
I can't find myself anywhere.
No,
Oh, you
you
can.
You
You
can't.
can't.
I am built wide open.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you are.
Okay. When I look and I see that I have no face, I realize that I am built for loving.
Yes.
Yes,
You are.
you are.
And the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you.
Yes,
It
it
Yes,
does.
it does.
And I give up my face in favor of yours.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
Yes,
you do.
you do.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
So looking out, there's so much content, but looking back here, I really noticed that the noticing is emptiness. Like I am this emptiness that holds the world.
Yes, you.
Yes, you
you
are.
Yes, you are.
And I feel excited to know this.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you
Yes, we
do.
believe you.
And I am so appreciative that you see this too, that we're one in this, something like the space behind me where we're all coming from. This is like, I'm feeling what I heard Douglas say. There's no plural, first person, singular.
Correct.
That's right.
Yes.
Is
It's true.
True.
it's I.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
That is right.
Yes, it is.
That is correct.
Thank you.
I am built wide open for all your faces.
Yes, you.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
are.
Yes, you are.
I am built wide open for the entire world.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you
are.
I am capacity for all your faces, for all of you, and for the world.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
Ah.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
June and then Melanie. Yes, June.
You are all me.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
we
are.
are.
Yes, we are.
I'm embracing all of you and me.
Yes, you
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
do.
You are.
And I am grateful.
Yes, you
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
Yes.
are.
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
we are too.
We get you.
Melanie.
I am unconditionally open to all of you.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
are.
Yes, you are.
You give me my face.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we
We
do.
do.
You.
We are space for each other.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
Yes,
are.
we are.
Yes.
I am not in my head.
No,
No.
you're
No,
not.
you're
you're
not.
not.
No, you aren't.
I am consciousness.
Yes,
Yes,
you
Yes, you
are.
are.
You are.
I am oneness.
You.
Yes,
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 you
you
are.
are.
Yes, you are.
I've lost track. Anyone else?
Yes, you have.
What a delight to hang out with you all and in the one space. I mean, it's mind blowing and beautiful and very loving and warm and what a delight. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you very much. And and to the viewer, we are space for you and your space for us. And we include you in this. We're very happy to have you here. sharing in this rather fun time we've had together and loving time. And we didn't know what we were going to do, and we made it up as we went along, or at least the Great Void did. Yes. So thank you, and we'll stay on a bit afterwards. But I think, is there anything else to say before I finish the recording?
Yes, I'd like to say to the viewers, if you want to join the Zoom meeting, you just have to email Richard and you can join
Good idea.
our Zoom.
Very good. Very good idea. Yeah. Yes. Wonderful. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.